Hello guys, this is Clark Knives here, and I've got a few knives to show y'all that are on the more budget-friendly side of, the knives that you would like to collect. Or even if you just want to add to your collection, but you don't have a whole bunch of money. Or if you just want to expand your collection because you don't have many knives. I know that there was one fella that commented on one of my videos that was saying he wanted to start a YouTube channel, but he didn't have many knives, and knives are expensive nowadays. And I really don't like spending a whole bunch of money on knives unless I've got the extra money. So I've got a couple knives and a couple ways that you can get some budget-friendly knives to expand your collection, or to even, show off to people, just to show them, hey, I've got quite a few nice knives here. Anyways, so I'm gonna start off with this. This is a Twisted X. I would call this a medium stockman. It's a little bit smaller than a case medium stockman, but it does have a, I don't really know if you'd call this a clip point or Wharncliffe. I would call it like one of those California clip points like Case Knife has, but I mean, it has a straight line. It don't really have much of a clip point style. Anyways, I carried this knife for quite a while. I actually got this at a boot store for pretty cheap. I think I paid probably around $25 for this knife. And it comes with that blade, a sheep's foot, and a leather punch, which if you've seen in one of my previous videos, I have a handmade belt that somebody made for me, and I'm a pretty skinny guy myself, so I'm always going through belts and trying to, I'm gaining weight or I'm losing weight, so I have to make holes all the time for my belts. And this thing came in more handy than, a lot of things. You just stick it in there, turn it once, and you've got a perfect hole made, basically. I will say one thing. These Twisted X knives really aren't the greatest quality blade material wise. Like this blade right here, I've sharpened it and sharpened it and sharpened it, and it really doesn't stay sharp for that long. From what I've noticed, from whenever I've used it, it don't really hold an edge worth nothing. But it's a good knife for the price if you're just looking to expand your collection. And I mean, the bone's really nice. I carried that for quite a while there. This I got in a trade. This is a buck gentleman's knife. I'm sure is what they're called. Or it may just be like a buck lockback. I really couldn't tell you. But even Case has a style of knife like this. I think it's called the Case lockback, actually. And they're just a small little knife that, of course, locks. It's got a small little blade and a small little handle, and they're really nice. I like this knife a lot. You can slip this in a suit jacket pocket, or you can put it in your watch pocket and carry it. But it has brass all the way around it, and then these wood handles. Very nice knife. I actually had a all stainless steel one, which I really liked, and I carried it inside my wallet, inside one of the card holder spots. I know that you can pick up the case ones for, I want to say, anywhere around $15 to $30, depending on which style you get. If you get an all plastic handle one, if you get a wood with brass like this one. But I mean, heck, it's a really nice knife, and I'm sure that if you were to show somebody one of these knives, they'd be like, oh, well, that's really nice. And then I have a couple knives here. This one is I can't really read that. X-Lite, maybe? X-Lite? It is XCELITE, so X-Lite maybe. Electrician's knife. If you're just looking for a work knife, you know, something to beat up and not really worry about too much, you can find these just about at any thrift store, you know, pawn shop. This one was given to me by a coworker that he gave it to me as a going away gift from whenever I was leaving O'Reilly's. And it's got, I don't know what you call this blade. I know that you can use this as a screwdriver, a pry bar. You can even sharpen this if you want. And it actually locks. And this thing has amazing snap. Listen to this. Crazy snap. And this blade right here, which is a spear point or a drop point, they're a lot larger. There's probably about that much more material on them. As you can see, it's got a very proud tip from how it's been sharpened so much. But if you're wanting to use one of these knives and to, you know, spiffy it up for everyday use, what you could do is you could grind this down and it would fit in there better, you know, push that down a little bit, it'd fit in there better. Or you could just take a grinder or some sandpaper and, you know, round that tip off down a little bit more so that it goes down into that knife. So you can cut the corner off. That way it stays in there and it don't grab on things. Here's the other one that I have. This one I picked up at a pawn shop. I was gonna use it as a parts knife to make my own slip joint, but I really haven't gotten to it. As you can see, this blade, both of them are missing quite a bit, but this one really is missing a lot. I was gonna use the springs and bolsters, I think, to make my own slip joint. But I decided, you know, it's a cool little beater if I need something done, just to pry or something like that. And this one's actually missing the little ring. I picked this up for, I think, $3. $3. And then there's that blade again. I'm pretty sure this one don't lock anymore. $3. And, you know, you can get these on eBay for next to nothing, really. Same with old timers. I mean, old timers are not a cheaper end knife, but you can get a 34 OT, which is the stockman, for, you know, $10 to $30 on eBay, and they're great knives. Even at Bass Pro or heck, I think Lowe's sells them. They're cheap at Bass Pro or Lowe's, and they're good quality knives, so they'll last, you know, a lifetime. But yeah, that's the couple of knives that I have. To show everybody. All of these, or these two at least, are stainless steel. These, I mean, as you can see, there's rust and patina and everything on them. So these are probably just your standard carbon steel blades. Yeah. But you could polish these up, make them look real nice, and then put your own patina on them. I wouldn't really cut an apple with this knife and then eat it, because I mean it's pretty rough, and this thing's, I mean, it's duller than heck. But yeah, I'd probably polish the blade up a little bit and then put my own patina on it before I, you know, used it for any food purpose. But you could definitely pick up all kinds of knives cheap at any thrift store or pawn shop. You know, whenever I got this knife, I went into a pawn shop and they had, I think it was like 3 buckets, and there was a $1 to $5, and then a $7 to $10, and then like a $15 to $20. And there's just a whole bunch of knives thrown in them. And you can just sift through them and find. I know that whenever you are looking in the $1 to $5 knives, there are a lot of knives like this. I mean, the handles will be broken off. You know, it's just for people that want to use them for parts or to redo them, basically. But this one definitely is savable, and I've really been meaning to basically revive it and start using it again. It has stayed in my car for the longest time now. I just, if I have to use it for something in my car, or, you know, if I've got a zip tie on something, I'll go ahead and use this to cut it. This usually just stays in my case, my display case for my collection. I don't really pull it out much. And then the same with this one. I should start using this more. I'll probably end up using this as a church knife, actually, because, and that's why I call it a gentleman's knife, you know, along with that cricket that I was showing y'all in a previous video. It's small. It doesn't really have a really intimidating blade on it, so whenever you pull it out, you know, people's not gonna freak out. Unfortunately, that's an issue we have with today's standards. So yeah, this is overall just a great knife to carry around and do anything and everything with. Be a good office knife, you know. And it holds a patina real nice. That brass brings out a nice color, and so does the wood. And you can get, you know, it's got a couple nicks here and there, but overall just a really nice knife. What does that say right there? Hang on. If you're wanting to pick this up, the model number on this knife is 527. And there's something else. Hang on, give me 1 sec. Yeah, just 527. Buck 527. But that's all the knife I have to show you today. And I'm gonna start doing something else on my channel. At the end of every video, I'm going to be sharing a Bible verse with y'all. And I mean, y'all, every single one of y'all is open to stay and listen. Or, I mean, if you want to click off the video, if that's not really your speed, that is completely fine. I'm not forcing anybody to stay and listen. But as a Christian, you know, that is my duty, and it's just what I believe in. So that's what I figured I would share with y'all. If you want to listen, that'd be great. So today, today we're going to be reading out of Joshua 1, or Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. And it says here, I'll lay it down for you so you can see it. It says here, "Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, nor be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee wherever thou goest." I said wherever. If you can read that word better than I can, it basically means wherever. So that's why I said that. Anyways, so the Lord is telling us to be strong and courageous. You know, do not be dismayed, for he is with us wherever we go. I do struggle with that a lot, especially with this whole YouTube, and I just started a new job whenever I moved back to Arkansas. And whenever I was starting my new job, I was really nervous and kind of scared, you know, because this is my first factory job. So basically, this is just telling us, you know, put our faith in the Lord and to not be scared, and then, you know, have the courage to go forth and do what he is bringing us to do. Because he is with us, you know, wherever we go. Whether we know it or not, he is always with us. I don't think I'm really missing anything. I can give you another example. So, I kind of struggle with, let's see here. I'm trying to think of a good example, another example, you know, to kind of explain it a little better. Okay, so as a kid, you know, you're scared of the dark, or you're just scared of a lot of things when you're a kid, really. So, you know, you're scared of the boogeyman, or, you know, anything like that. But the Lord is telling us we shouldn't be afraid of anything. because he's going to be there and protect us from, and he's going to be there to protect us from anything, no matter what. He will always keep us safe, and that we should not be afraid. And we need to have strong, and we need to be strong in our faith and have courage, in the Lord. That's my take on Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. If you think I missed anything, let me know down in the comments. But that's really just how I read it. But like I said, after every video, I'll be doing one verse. You don't have to stay and watch or listen, but it'd be greatly appreciated if you did. Thank y'all. Have a good day.